So I just wanted to come to you guys really quick with a story time. I know I've been MIA for a little bit, but you grew up and busy, and there will be many more story times to come because best trust and believe that I have so many stories to tell. Because you know what? This life has not been simple, and it's not gonna get simple, and that's okay. So I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I went to go get my hair done, and I almost got kidnapped by the taxi driver on my way back home. Kind of my fault, but then no, it's not. It was not my fault. So basically, I was a freshman in college, had just started to go out and get my hair done. Like before my freshman year in college, I had never gone to the salon to get my hair done. So I either did my hair myself, and at that point I didn't know how to braid either, or my mother did my hair for me. So basically, I was looking a hot mess before that. But freshman year of college, the glow up is happening. I have a job. I'm making money. I'm like, you know what? I want to get my hair done. I want some Senegalese twists. I want it nice and long. I want to be swaying in the wind. I want to be that. I want to be swaying in the wind. I want to be that girl. Okay? So I forget, I wasn't driving at this point either, so I forget what happened. I think I asked my mom if she could take me, and she was like, no. I don't remember why she said no, but she said no. And I remember I specifically wanted to get my hair done this day. Like, I was not waiting for another day. She might have said, like, wait for me to get it done, like, in a week or... I don't remember what she said, but for some reason I was adamant about getting my hair done on that specific day. I think I had the day off or something, or I was tired of looking toe up. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I'm getting my hair done today. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if nobody's taking me. I'm finding my way over there. So I begged my friend, my coworkers, I said, please, 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 I'll give you gas money. Please just drive. I think I was searching the whole day to find somebody to take me. And she was like, my last resort. I was like, girl, can you please just drive me to Plainfield, because we live in Edison, where there's not any there's no hair shops. There's nothing. So you got to drive to the hood basically to go get your hair done, where all the hair shops and everything are. So I was like, please girl, drive me to Plainfield. I'll give you gas money, so on and so forth. And I think she was in class or something, so I had to wait for her to get out. And then like her and her boyfriend and like another friend took me. They're all white, by the way. So this is an adventure for everybody. So we get there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Mistake number one. If you've ever gotten your hair done before, braids specifically, you know damn well that you don't show up to no hair shop at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to be sitting there for your whole entire life, okay? You're going to show up at your retirement party with those braids in your head because it's not getting done before that. So show up at the place around 3. I'm like, thank you so much for dropping me off. Here's your gas money. You guys go have fun. Next time you see me, I'll be popping. So I get into the hair shop and it's packed. Obviously, I should have known that it would be packed. I honestly don't even know why I was so pressed to get my hair done on that specific day, but I was. So I'm in there, and then since it's packed, I had to wait. Waited. I think I waited until it was about like 6 o'clock. So at around 6 o'clock is when, you know, it starts dying down the shop because everybody obviously has already finished getting their hair done, and then they start doing my hair. And they start doing my hair first. This one lady doing my hair, she's having like her dinner or something, and she's doing my hair. I'm getting smothered by her breasts. Her breasts are like in my face. I'm smelling whatever African food it is that she's eating. It was a mess. But I was like, you know what? I'm here. They're starting my hair. I'm gonna look so popping, like I'm about to be. Nobody's gonna be able to tell me nothing tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, this is happening. We're getting it done. So she starts braiding my hair, and then around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock or so, that's when we see like we're not making any progress, and one person's not gonna get the job done. So another person starts doing my hair. Now, if you've ever gotten your hair done by 2 people, you know the struggle that's entailed. So one person is pulling your hair this way, the other person is pulling your hair that way, and they both want you to keep your head in the direction that they're pulling. So basically, my neck broke 3 times that night. I don't know how I made it. By the grace of God, I'm still alive today. I still have a neck. So they're braiding my hair. So Fatu is pulling my head one way, Mary's pulling my head another way. But lo and behold, end of the night, they finished it. My eyes are like this because, you know, my hair is braided so tight. But you know what? It's all right if my eyes are a little chinky. They're a little chinky to begin with. So I was like, you know, we're just going to go with the flow. My hair was, it was, and I got little blonde streaks in the back. I remember specifically exactly how that hair looked. And it was cute. It wasn't down to my butt exactly, but it was a couple inches off. And I think it's the first time I ever got like long braids done. Like I really felt like I was grown and I had my own money and I can go get my hair done. Like, anyway, so they finished around like 11 something, 12 o'clock. And everything on the block is closed. Like all the little corner stores, the bodegas, the hair shops obviously are closed. Like everything is shut down. Kennedy Fried Chicken is shut down. Like everything is closed. So I'm like, the lady's like, all right, how are you getting home? I ain't got no car. So I was like, I'll take a cab. Mind you, back then, like I think I was still 17 at this point. So I was stupid. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take a cab. What 17-year-old should be getting in a cab at whatever? So the ladies are like, oh, we'll hail down a cab for you because, you know, it's late at night and they're going to try to finesse you, so on and so forth. So all the ladies in the hair shop, it's like 5 or 6 of them that work there. They're all standing outside trying to hail down a cab for me. They're telling me, like, if anybody tries to touch me, do this to them, do that, blah, blah, blah. They're like, don't let them play you, so on and so forth. I'm like, all right, bet. So they finally they got like 3 cabs. Each of them were trying to finesse them, tell them crazy prices. So we kept it pushing. Finally, we got this one cab. It was like a green van, sliding doors, all that. Hispanic man, he's like, oh yeah, they're like, oh, can you take her from, you know, from here to, you know, where she lives in Edison? And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. They're like, how much? I don't remember what the price was, but let's say it was $11. He's like, yeah, I'll charge you $11 here to there, whatever. We agreed. He agreed. Everything was copacetic. I was like, all right, thank you so much, ladies. Here's your money. Here's your tip. Thanks for hailing on the cab for me. Have a good night. So I get in the van. Dude starts driving like straight off. He's like, oh, you're going to this place? I'm like, yeah. Why when I look to the right of me, because I always sit behind the driver, just because if you get into an accident, more than likely they're going to swing to the passenger side as opposed to the driver's side. So sit behind the driver if you ever sit in the back seat of a car. But I always sit behind the driver, and it's less easy for somebody to come snatch you or try to, you know, if you're sitting directly behind them. It's a weird angle to, you know. But anyway, so I'm sitting behind the driver. All of a sudden, as we pull off, I notice there's some little man sitting next to me. And I'm not saying like a little man, like a midget. Like I just mean like he was a real petite. The homie was petite. So he's sitting there, whatever, and he's smiling at me. And I'm like, pause, hold up. First of all, when did this man get next to me that I didn't notice when I got in the car? Like, did he hop from the trunk into the back seat? Like, when I wasn't paying attention? Like, I'm just confused. So I'm like, all right, well, we're already driving. I need to get home. I was surprised my mom didn't call me at this point because it was late and whatever. So we start driving, and dude is like trying to talk to me. He's saying something, and like I was just ignoring him. I had my key in my hand. I was like, just in case, you know, I need to, because I didn't carry any like blades or like a taser or anything on me at that point. Simple-minded me. But so I'm holding my keys in my hand, and I'm like, all right, I'm just make it home. I make it home. So dude's trying to talk to me. I think at one point like he touched my thigh or something. So I just like gave him a look, and then like I scooted more over to near the door, and then him and the driver started speaking in Spanish together. So I'm just giving them names. So Larry the driver, okay, he's talking to Carlos next to me, and they're just habla en español, and I don't habla español, so I don't know what they're talking about. And it's like they're just having a calm conversation. So I was like, oh, maybe it's his son. Because mind you, dude was petite, and I wasn't really trying to like, you know, scope him out to see if this was like a man or like, you know, a younger person. So they're having this conversation, talking. And then pause. So the way home, I could walk home. Like, that's how direct of a route it is from this town to my town. Like, it's literally 2 main roads. So you drive all the way down Park, and then you get onto, I think, Talmadge, and you just keep on driving. They start taking some back ways, and I'm not understanding why they're taking back ways, because taking the main roads, you get where I live in like 15-20 minutes. So they start driving down some like back alleys, and I don't know Plainfield that well to be knowing exactly where they're taking me, but all I know is where they're driving me, like, it just keeps getting more and more hood. And I grew up in Corona, Queens, so I know the hood when I see the hood. This is the hood. Like, no street lights, nobody's lights were on in their houses. Like, the houses all look like vacant, and like crackheads are living in them. Like, it just was looking wild. Like, there's no grass on the front lawn. Like, so now I'm starting to get a look. So I'm like, where are we going? And then the taxi driver was like mumbling something, and I don't know if he really didn't speak English well, or if he was like playing me. So I'm starting to get nervous, and I'm really holding on to those keys at this point. And then they're still having their conversation, and then all of a sudden they pull up the darkest street of the darkest streets that we had driven down at this point. So they pull up to that street, and then dude sitting next to me goes, come with me, come with me. The taxi driver is crazy. He said he's gonna kill you. So I'm like, all right. So at this point, I'm like, all right, Amelia, you got 3 options. Either you're going to get out this car and run, you're gonna go with homie over here because he's trying to save your life, or you're gonna stick with the taxi driver. And I have my fight or flight, more so back then than it is now, is like non-existent. There is no fight, there is no flight with me. I literally freeze when like scary situations happen, which is horrible. I'm working on it. I'm so much better at it now. But back then I was like, I'm gonna stay in the cab because ain't no way I'm getting out with dude. That's not happening. So dude's like, come on. And I'm like, no. And then they're still talking. Now they're talking like a little bit. The conversation's getting like a little bit heated. So I'm like, what is happening? Like, girl, you about to die tonight over some Senegalese twist? So then he's like, fine, whatever. Like, I was trying to help you out. So he closes the door and then disappears. I don't know where he went. He didn't walk in front of the cab. He didn't walk behind the cab. He didn't walk to the left or the right. He just disappeared. So at this point, I'm just like, all right, God, if this is the day that you're calling me home to you, I would like to, first of all, apologize and repent for all the sins that I've committed. And I thank you for everything that you've done for me, Lord. I'm ready to come home, and this is what it is. If not, let me know. So, yeah, so then dude starts driving. I'm like, where are you taking me? So then, like, I think, like, I don't know what happened, but he got back onto the main road. And then as we're nearing the border of Plainfield and Edison, where I live, he just stops. And he's like, oh, it's going to cost this much to take you to Edison. And I'm like, but fam, we already discussed the prices way back where in front of the shop, and we already confirmed where I was going for what price. So why is it now we're switching stuff up? And he's like, no, the price is blah 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 to here. And so basically he was trying to finesse me. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not doing this with you tonight. Y'all already done put me through everything. You tried to kidnap me. You and Carlos over there were gathering up a plan to get me into the crack house on 56 and Lenox. Like, I'm not doing this with you today. I was like, drop me off right here. He didn't put up a fight, nothing. He was just like, all right. So I paid him his money. Let's say it was that $11, which I'm still mad about to this day, that I paid him money for basically half a ride, because from the end of where Edison was to where from the beginning of where Edison was in Plainfield to where I had to walk home was a long walk, and it was in the middle of the night. At this point, it's like 12 something, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had to walk home by myself in the middle of the night with just my keys in my hand. I'm surprised I didn't get robbed, but the way I was clutching my purse inside that taxi. So basically, yeah. So he dropped me off, and then I had to walk all the way home. Eyes looking like this, I could barely see. Head pounding because those braids were tight. Water dripping down my back because when they dip your braids into the water. And it was like in the middle of October, so it was starting to get cold. It was miserable. But honestly, I don't know what those two were planning that night when I got into that taxi. But I'm just grateful to God that nothing crazier happened. But I was scared. Like, I was so scared. I did not go back out there to get my hair braided for like a long time. I don't get into taxis. Like, I'm even skeptical, excuse me, of Ubers. Like, I won't get into an Uber like super late at night, especially not by myself. Or if it's like a man, like I can't. So yeah, that's the time I almost got kidnapped. Wild. But anyway, there will be more story times to come, guys. I will have lots more stories for you. Better stories than the one that I just told. It gets better. My life, honestly, I feel like I live a boring life, but crazy stuff happens to me intermittently. Intermit. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's a story about how your girl almost got kidnapped. But I'm here today.